Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to another live stream here from my channel. Welcome. I'm just getting out of bed, and I wish I would have found something to drink. Maybe I will a little bit later. But welcome in. Why is this so big? Today we are just gonna talk about yesterday's live letter and hang out. Do some Moogle Tomes, do some some of the Make It Rain event, especially the Make It Rain event. I'll probably spend a lot of time in the Golden Saucer today, since I can kind of multitask now. Using the Golden Saucer. I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of people here. Is there gonna be a lot of people here? That many. I assumed there'd be more people. A leap of faith right now. All right. But yeah, we're just gonna hang out. Do some leap of faith. And talk about battle jobs. I'm gonna bring up the trailer too. We can just look over it in between gates. First, I do want to thank my Patreon subscribers. Thank you so much again as we start this stream. Wow, y'all. This stream. A little tired, as you can tell. And especially thank you, Kinara and Waiting Zane. I really appreciate y'all's support. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Ooh. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're just hanging out, getting some MGP. I'm glad there's a lot more stuff for me to do now, because I just had already done yokai. Alright, I got all bronze. Need to get our silver and the gold. My last silver. This path isn't bad at all. I say that, but I'm gonna struggle getting the gold, aren't I? This is where it gets hard. Oh, hey, there we go. Hey, easy. Alright, how much do I get from that? $6,000, okay. Normally I'd get 4,000, right? Alright. I'm also have no gil. Let me go go to my retainer. Alright, now I have gil. I have almost 400,000 all of a sudden. Alright, now we're okay. I was in trouble for I was in trouble for a minute there. Also, Fall Guys returns. That was announced, so that's. We'll do something with that soon. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's so much stuff to do leading up to Dawntrail, which makes me happy. But I'm glad they gave a little bit of a break from stuff, and now they're like, oh, let's have all these events right before Dawntrail, because now we're all hyped up and we want to play the game. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm getting hyped up. All right, let me open the trailer.
The Cantina Chicken Burrito.
Oh, sorry. Cantina Chicken Burrito. Now, let's see if this will. There we go. So, I just want to go over the things that I know. Okay, so that's. I didn't really go back over this last stream. So that's the limit break for. I want to know what the Pictomancer limit break looks like. That is so cool. But yeah, that's for Viper. Unless they've already shown that. Oh wait, we already have another gate, I think. Oh no, not yet. Oh wait, I'm on Eorzea time. Local time, there we go. We got 10 minutes for the next gate. Esther, welcome in. On Twitch. Esther on Twitch says, it's nice to return for all of these events since now I got a PS5. Congratulations. For Dawntrail, now I have to prepare your characters. Isn't that nice to have the thing? I remember like I like barely got my PS5. So, ooh, they have it broken up. I love that. Thank goodness they have this broken up. Let's go to Astrologian because they talked about it. All the changes to it. I just want to see. So yeah, there. So that's like a damage buff card. I'm guessing. That's. Yeah, and then there's another a card that does damage to the enemy. And then that's a healing card. So yeah, so interesting. So they showed each three. You can choose, or you can, you use your cards selectively. Yeah, the card used again there. Another card there. I wonder if there's an AoE card, or well, there is, because they said Lord of Crowns is still in here. That's wild. I like the change, like the way they describe the changes. I really liked them. I think it's a good change. I don't think had many changes. It was just adding things onto it. Sage, all right. Also, I want to look at the environments. Look what they are. What are these like light? It's like light towers that are connecting. What even are we? See, that's interesting there. And this is new. So I wonder what that's going to be. I'm guessing it's an AoE. I have no idea. Esther 98 says, is that near solution 9? We don't know. I assume so, but we don't really know anything about what even solution 9 is. If it's, yeah, I mean, it could be a city or it could be something virtual. You know, we don't even know to the extent what that even is. So I assume that it is because it looks similar. It's kind of like, oh, looks like this part was burned down. Like there was, oh, that's bad. So this was like cut down and chopped down. Getting it. Spam call. Sure. Let me just double check something real quick. Sometimes, do y'all ever get the anxiety of like, do I work? I don't work today. I know that. Do you ever like wake up and you just start chilling and then you're like, what if I did work today and I just totally missed it? Sometimes I just get that anxiety randomly. A Copper, welcome in on Twitch. Copper says AoE dot, maybe possibly, yeah, because we are getting a lot of those. Did they mention that? Oh yeah, because yeah, they mentioned the AoE dot. You're probably right. That's probably what that is. I wonder if it's connected to physics. Yeah, I forgot we're getting that AoE dot. Another dot to keep a track of. It's a very small AoE dot. Like it doesn't reach a lot. Long distance. Doesn't really have to, does it? White Mage. This is my most excited. I was most excited about these changes. Mainly the dash. Where is that? That's cool. Yeah, I wonder what that is. Because they didn't say White Mage had an AoE dot. This there. We have the dash. And that's very interesting. I'm wondering what that is. But yeah, a lot of just, I feel like everyone's getting a giant laser. That's what I noticed. It was just everyone's getting this giant oversized laser. Bird, welcome in on YouTube. Bird says Sage AoE dot is your Christian version of the main AoE spell. Oh, right. They did say that. Okay, this is why I'm having this stream, because I needed to reflect on everything that was said, because I wasn't going to remember, because right after I ended stream and I had to go straight to work, so it didn't really, some stuff just didn't stick in my brain. Okay, yeah, that they did say that, so you have to kind of initiate it. Xenon, welcome in on YouTube. Xenon says, I hope we get a Icarus upgrade for Sage. Oh, like a double dash, like another or longer distance. Bird, good morning. Good morning. It is, yes, it is very, very morning for me. It's not that morning. It's like 10 a.m. This is when I normally stream if I'm streaming in the morning. I want to look at Pictomancer though, because I'm just obsessed with it. Or hold on, let me let's pause here. Let's go back to 14. We'll come back to it and we'll talk about Pictomancer and all the things. So yeah, so a lot of AoE dots on healers, which I mean, I'm sure it'll be good. It'd be a nice, useful thing. But I'm not. I don't like keeping track of dots. But it's not gonna be like a big difference. But it's just one more dot to keep track of. But will help us do more damage, I guess, you know. Everyone's just stacking here. I think here is safe. Anyway, the wind blows? Oh, okay. Like, I've always told this spot is really good. Like right here on this little blip. I don't know which side though. I don't know why everyone's here. Esther on Twitch says, so Astra and Scholar are the only ones without a dash now. Yes. Well, yeah. Scholar doesn't have a dash. Or any kind of gap closer. I was trying to think, like, did they? Scholar does have the speed up ability though. They do have that ability that helps you, the whole team run faster. Astro doesn't. But I guess Astro has a lot of instant heals, so it's really mobile. Oh gosh, okay. So that's the... Yeah, I didn't think about that. I wonder if more people are going to play Sage now. It wasn't that different though. A lot of people liked the changes to Ninja and Dragoon, and Monk. A lot of people like those changes. I don't really play those classes very much, I play a little bit of Dragoon, but just, you know, casually and very, very, very casually. Yeah, you never want to be past here. Hey, oh my goodness. I got 11,000 NGP. So yeah, look, secret spot here. Right here. Yeah, the secret spot too. I don't think I've ever won that. Back to Pictomancer. So, my new excitement. So yeah, you make the Pictomancer, you make the pictures, and then you do some of these auto attacks that like up your gauge here, your gauge. The palms. So then you have to build the monster. That's an AoE. I just love how all of the abilities look. So then you build the cat. It's a very long, I don't know, I would have so much fun with this. Yeah, and you have the little elements as well that I forget about. And that as well, yeah, there's so many attacks. Like, it's another one that evolves, and that's my favorite attack. That's my favorite attack in the game now. It's the rainbow flower field thing. It's interesting they ended with Gunbreaker. Oh, so Gunbreaker is getting an attack inspired by Squall. I mean, it already was, but but they're adding even more onto it. I forget what it was called. Or they're getting an attack that is based on an attack in Final Fantasy VII. Esther says Picto is aesthetically pleasing, right? Just look at all the. I just love the way everything looks. Just the colors. It makes me think of. I guess it makes me think of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, which has like a really nice aesthetic. Or like, what am I even thinking of? It just makes me think of like Mario Party. I love these attacks. I mean, it looks something straight out of this game. I don't really play much anymore, but like League of Legends, Star Guardians, like it just looks really cool. Very happy with that. Then we have Viper. Viper, I thought Viper looked really cool as well. I liked the whole idea of it just building. Just kind of it evolving and just becoming really chaotic. Any Viper players? Or of the two, what are you playing? I've seen most people, at least most people that have come to my streams saying they're going to play Picto, so it might be inflated a little bit because they're coming here and they're watching me. And maybe others would, depending on where you go, you might hear people say they're playing Viper. I'm definitely gonna play both. I think they both look really fun. Viper looks to me, I think the basics of it look pretty easy, but the way they described it made it seem like it'll be a little bit complex if you want to take it a little bit further. Because they mentioned some stuff about like tracking buffs and debuffs and having to use abilities based off of that. So there'll be some nuanced things that are gonna make it a little bit more difficult to max out damage. Just like most classes, but I mean, I think it's gonna be a little bit more. You know, there's gonna be a little bit more to it. Copper on Twitch says, I'm going for Pictomancer first, but I'll definitely pick up Viper too. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up both because, you know, they're easy to just pick up and level and then have. I wonder what the getting everything to level 100 reward is. That's got to be a good reward. Because that's getting to level 100. They need to have like an incredible reward for that. What are y'all thinking? It needs to be a mount. It needs to be a good mount. Because that's such a huge achievement. What was 90? I don't feel like 90 was a very big reward. I think it was just a minion, right? Whereas 80 was the mount, which I still haven't done. I haven't gotten there yet. I've almost got all my crafters actually leveled up. That's something that maybe I should do before we get to Dawntrail, is just level all my crafters. We have monk. People seem they like the monk changes. Like everyone seems very happy with the changes. And machinists, and if there's any machinist players, let me know what you think about that, because I know machinists just you know, I always say that every class is viable, but I know machinists got hit so hard in Walker to the point where people were saying it wasn't viable. People that normally wouldn't say that, you know. Hello. Someone said hello to me in Golden Saucer. Yinzar Makara, welcome in on Twitch. Hello, how are you? How's it going? I like machinists. I don't really get into, you know, I don't get into anything that's gonna make it to where anything's unviable, because I just don't delve very seriously into high-end content. I will dabble in it, but I never commit to it, you know. I'm not someone that, like, I'm getting to the point where if there's a savage, I might jump into it and try to get maybe the first 2 tiers done in Party Finder, and then, you know, after a while has passed, I'm gonna be like, all right, you know, I gotta move on to other things, because I can't commit to so much time raiding. So I just don't get too deep into that. So I really like Machinist, and I wouldn't mind playing it because I just like the feel of it. It feels very singular and unique, and the way that it plays feels like you're a machinist and you're pew 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 pew. So I really like the feel of Machinist. So I hope that it has a comeback, because I know there's a lot of players that just love playing that class. It's their main. Dragoon had some changes, but it just was condensed. They didn't rework it, which I think that's a good decision. And I've heard other people agree with that, saying that, you know, they're glad that it's just not as busy. They use Dragoon as a lot of examples for this, for all of their slides and stuff. And then Summoner, we get this wild looking thing, this Solar Bahamut, which is going to be summoned. Look at this thing. This looks like something from like the end of a Kingdom Hearts game. Actually, like, he has swords as wings, which is really interesting. Solar Bahamut, and look at that. That looks like the summon, like when you summon your party. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or like the Heidelin. That's what it looks like to me, in a way. But yeah, so Solar Bahamut. So you summon, it's Solar Bahamut, Solar Bahamut, Phoenix now. And I don't know the timing of that. I don't know if it's going to be 60 seconds or it's going to be like 4-minute intervals before you get back to the next, you know, the start of Solar Bahamut again. So I wonder how long your rotation, like the full entire rotation for Summoner is going to be. Which would be nice because it would just add a little bit more flair to Summoner, because it is a pretty easy class. And it doesn't need to be harder, but having a little extra thing to kind of sift through as you're, you know, you're summoning would be nice. Just have one more thing. Copper on Twitch says, one thing I noticed in the trailer is that Machinist uses their drill, then soon after uses bio. I wonder if they're removing the shared cooldown for those. Oh, interesting. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Or I'm not as familiar with Machinist, so I didn't know that was a thing. That's cool. Yoon says Machinist is one of the most used jobs. Yeah, it's easy for players to use. So it's I love Machinist for PvP. That's my main PvP class. So I'm very familiar with Machinist as a PvP player. But as like PvE, I don't really use it as much, but I like playing it. It was one of the later classes I leveled, so I just haven't gotten familiar with it enough to just always play it. But I do enjoy it a lot. But it makes sense. I feel like a lot of the physical ranged classes are highly used, like Dancer, Machinist, Bard maybe. Bard's a little bit. I mean, I feel like Bard is used a lot, but I feel like Bard is, to me, probably the hardest physical range class because of all of the things you have to manage with it. It's just more difficult. There should be one of those. I always think that there should be a very accessible class that isn't as complex as the others, and then one or two in the middle, and then one that has a bit of more difficulty cap, or it's you can play normally and it's not a big deal, but to cap out and to get that, the damage that you're supposed to do, there's a bit of a more difficulty cap in learning it, which stuff like Bard, Black Mage. I mean, I don't feel like Bard's that hard, but there is a little bit more management, I think. Samurai, which is straightforward, but once you start, because I've seen the rotation for Samurai, once you start getting into like the high damage rotations, it breaks away from the simplicity of it, and then it's just like, oh, you have to weave this in and then this in, and you have to memorize all of these little things, and I'm just like, wow, it's a lot. I feel like that's every class, but Samurai gets pretty wild. It gets pretty wild. Esther on Twitch says Solar Bahamut looks so cool. I'm not sure if it if it fixes issues with it being if it fixed people issues with Summoner being simple, but we'll see. I think it should be simple though, because I think Summoner is that really accessible. I mean, Red Mage is easier too, but I feel like Summoner is just a really great beginner class, and we need those. And it's still it's a beginner class. It's still really fun to navigate and use. Like, I love using Summoner. It's really satisfying to use, and I think it's a well-designed class. Xenon on YouTube says, how do you level new jobs during an expansion release, Chili? Do you spam fates? And sorry, I'm getting your message late. Do you spam fates and roulettes, or take them through MSQ or Bozja? I don't take them through MSQ. Bozja depends. Bozja is really only 70 through 80. So, or 71 through 80. That's really only a very specific time. But Bozja's tough because it just takes a long. Sometimes I'll take them through Bozja. I did that for Endwalker when I was leveling my new class. So that's not a bad idea. There is always, a few people there, and you only need like 2 or 3 people to run fates back and forth, but that can get really monotonous. And I did that to level my Sage and Endwalker. I mean, I just spent so much time there. But dungeons I think is the best thing to do. Spamming dungeons. You want to do the dungeons from from the expansion that they're leveled at. That's pretty good, a good thing to do, especially with classes that, like, if you're leveling after you do the MSQ. I mean, if first I'm gonna take my main through MSQ and level like whatever class I have, and then after that, once you've leveled them to 100, I'll then take them through like each of my jobs through the main dungeons and stuff, or I'll do the side quests that I'll go through some of the side quests, just the non-important side quests, and just level them that way too, until I get bored doing those. Because there's a lot of really great side quests in the game. If you really like getting deep into the lore of 14, exploring, there's a lot of really cool surprises, especially in Endwalker. Especially in Endwalker in Old Charland. If you haven't done the Old Charland side quests or know nothing about them, just go explore and go do some of them, because there are some amazing surprises that are connected to main characters in the game, that you'll be surprised and be like, oh wow, that's amazing, and why didn't I do these? Especially if you really like the story and you like the characters, you'll find some things that will surprise you. I know Yoon says, I know that there's a story reason for why we can't get more. However, if you're willing to indulge me, I think there is also a reason in MSQ that could theoretically allow the Warrior of Light to attune to more elements. Oh, I remember in the end of Shadowbringers, when Arbor fused his soul into ours, what if Square Enix decided to make that into the reason why we can now summon more edgies, because we technically has two. Oh, maybe that's why we have the two Bahamut's. I wonder if there'll be a little nod in like the in the tooltips, or like when you're looking at the abilities, because we don't have job quests anymore past a certain point. So I don't know how they would explain Solar Bahamut. Yeah, I don't know how they'd explain that, unless maybe it has something to do with Heidelin's soul or something, because Solar Bahamut, and then this ability here that I just kind of clocked is looking like, the hear, feel, think section of the trial. See that there? Or, well, it looks like, what it looks like? This makes me think of where Zodiark was put away with the swords. It's exactly that, but with a solar version of it. How interesting. It's like the exact same setup. Huh. You know what I mean? The big swords, the big dark swords around the moon. The glyph does look similar to, yeah, cause it's the glyph does, but then the swords, well, but the swords aren't they a product of? Yeah, because that was used to put away. Yeah, so yeah, so the swords are a product of Heidelin. So maybe this has to do with Heidelin, Solar Bahamut. But what they did say is that I think they said they wanted something similar to like Allegan's. Like they were talking about, they're like, I want like an Allegan version of Bahamut, and what. So, but but the problem is this looks like something else we know. And the brands that steal Zodiac was created by Heidelin, exactly. So that would be a product of them. So many interesting things. All right, let me come back over here. I don't want to miss out on. Okay, there's probably another leap of faith going on. Probably gonna be the. I think this is the Dark Forest, the Gridania one. It is. No. Why do they make this one so hard? I mean, there's several ways you can level new jobs. I mean, PvP, doing frontline every day with the new expansion. That's also nice. I'm the type of person that just, I like doing variety to level my classes because I get burnt out if I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. So just running expansion dungeons is probably the fastest way. Or, I mean, I think fates too, depending on how they're allocated, because sometimes fates aren't great. But I did use, for Endwalker, I did use fates as well to get from 70 to 71. We did do that. Not this one. Yoons on Twitch says tribal quests also give you plenty of EXP. What the tribal quests do? Oh, you're right. Yeah. So those are another way. I was like, oh. It's like I forgot about that. Yeah. So I did use the Pixie quests in Endwalker. We got one over here. I've had so many times where I just didn't finish this one. I just gave up. I have no statues. No. No, where do I go? Do I just have to fall off? Oh, I could have went up. No, I have to go back through the whole thing. This one's cruel. This is the one where I'm just like, if I get to the end, I take what I take. I take what I get. I went to trivia last night with some friends. That was fun. It was a fun time. I'm getting off topic though. But yeah, tribal quests are good. What else are good for leveling? And an expansion for a new character. Deep dungeons are as well, and so that's something that we'll have and people might be doing is the Crystal Tower deep dungeon. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. That doesn't sound like a fun idea. It's probably a good way to check out new abilities though. Like some of the, maybe the ability that you'll probably have to unlock by doing job quests for the new classes. I'm really excited about job quests too, because Endwalkers were excellent. I mean, they were just really good. Both were great. I mean, the Sage one was my favorite. It was so great. So they just ran off the side. And that's another way to get EXP, but you're not gonna get a ton from doing job quests. Which way do I go? This way? Oh, I get lost here. Oh. I just saw someone fall from like the sky. All right, go, 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 go. We got 4 minutes left. We can do it. Oh my god. I hate this puzzle. All right. Ah! Take your time, take your time. Thing is, when I take my time, I underjump. Oh my god. Oh, okay, I missed it. Okay, there's a bronze one right there. We'll pick that one up. I am not going for gold. Or do I? I've got 3 minutes too. But if I fall, I'm gonna have to go all the way back, I believe. It's a big risk. I'm not going for it. I want my MGP. I'll still get plenty. You got like 5,000, I think. Oh, 8,000. Oh, it gave me 8,000 and then 5,000 here. Huh. All right. I missed out on what? Another 800. Zila on YouTube, welcome in. Regarding Dawntrail MSQ, y'all think there will be mention of Asians and what the civilizations in the New World was up to during the Seventh Calamity in the final days? They can't completely ignore that. Maybe. I mean, there might be mention because they knew that existed. So there might be some like, oh yeah, we were visited by this person. But we fought him off. I don't know. Maybe one of the ones that we don't know, or one of the ones we've heard, the names we've heard, and kind of disappeared, like the one from Alexander raids or something. That would be interesting. Now, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I trust them with the story, but I don't know if I want to hold like an Ascian to show up and be like, oh no, I'm the villain of this story, you know. But I wouldn't mind some mentions of some mentions. Or maybe an Ascian that shows up and they're like, I'm here to help. I like that. My thoughts for Dawntrail, which I'm probably gonna be wrong. I kind of want to be wrong because I don't want to predict things right. But my thought is, ooh, what if this kind of new tech city is possibly the 13th, and people from the 13th escaped through a portal and ended up in the New World in that area and ended up creating their own civilization there. And now a bunch of people that used to live on the 13th now live there and created and thrived. I feel like that could be the case. That would lead into a connection to 8.0 if they're gonna start a whole new story or a storyline that kind of connects together. Perhaps, maybe, I don't know. But I might be wrong. I don't like theorizing too much because anytime I theorize about something, there's always someone that gets really passionate about me being wrong. When I'm really not very passionate about my answers. All right, 10:53. We got a few more minutes before the next gate. I don't know what the next gate is. Yeah, I feel like that might be something with the 13th. I heard someone, I don't remember Yoshi P saying this, but I heard someone say that Yoshi P said before Dawntrail, play through the Eden raids and Warring Triad. But I don't remember him saying that. I remember him saying that for post Endwalker, not Dawntrail. So I feel like someone's mixing things up. So I feel like maybe this is something completely different. And I kind of hope it is. I hope it's like, oh, you know, something completely different set play that is going to completely surprise us and take us off guard. I would love that because they're good at doing that. Yeah, I just want to be, I want to be surprised. And I usually always have been. They're really good at kind of twisting your expectations around. Or the writers are good at knowing your expectations and straying from them. Zila on YouTube says, my bad, I meant like what were the Asians doing in the New World continent? Like what shenanigans were they up to? Not Asians as a final boss. Oh yeah, no, I know what you meant. Like I was just going off of like all the different possibilities of how Asians could be used in the story. But yeah, I hope we might hear some of that. Like maybe some of the people there met them and maybe there's some consequences, but it seems, to me, it seems like a lot of the lands are thriving and they're beautiful, lush. There's a lot of nature, but possibly the city that we've seen is a product of Asians, and maybe the city strayed away from them, banished them, or yeah, maybe it is just a product of the Asians. You know, they've built a lot of cities. A lot of mean, evil cities, but I hope that this new city that we're going to is not evil, but maybe there's evil involved with it. But that's typically the case with evil. They're always in a big city. So it's probably where villains are, more than likely. More than likely they're on the top of a skyscraper. That'd be great. The big CEO. We have to defeat the CEO. That's the end. All right, let me go over back to here. So we're talking about some of the battle classes, and that's how we got on a lot of this discussion of like Heidelin and stuff. Is how I think that this Solar Bahamut is kind of referencing Heidelin a little bit. Because Lunar Bahamut was a product of the Asians. Or, you know, product of Saint Daniel. That's one of the Telaferoi, right? Yeah. Esther on Twitch says, I can't wait to explore the Macalania FF10 wood looking place. It's so pretty. Yeah, I'm very excited too. I wonder what other maybe Final Fantasy X references there are. It might just be that tribe, which should be fine. I always want more 10 references because we don't have, there are some 10 references, but they're usually really small, and we don't have any really big Final Fantasy X references in 14. Not that I know of. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't, we have a lot of 7, right? We have so many 7 references. Well, we do have Anima, so that's probably the biggest 10 reference that I know of, besides, you know, the gland that we got in the game. That's the biggest 10 reference. It's like Anima and then the tribes for this expansion. But I would like more, you know, something that more nods to 10. I think Anima was just the perfect choice though for what they were doing. I thought that was so great. What have I not looked at? Dark Knight. Dark Knight didn't get anything super big and flashy. It just seemed like that you're utilizing some of this more. And then Reaper. Yeah, there's something with your portal here. That's cool. That's really interesting. So you're utilizing that a little bit more. That'll be cool. Esther on Twitch says, yeah, some people say Bismarck was a FF10 reference, but I didn't. Oh, like as Sin? The trial overall is underwhelming. Yeah, I don't feel like it. I didn't get Sin from that. Sin is just so much more gargantuan. And Sin looks whale-like, but I don't know. You need something completely different for that. Bismarck is just a reference to like, isn't it just like a Norse mythos kind of thing? It's not a tin reference. Or is Bismarck in another game? Hold on, let's look this up real quick. Bismarck Final Fantasy. Seems like it's in another Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy IX. So yeah, it doesn't even appear in 10. Bismarck appears in other Final Fantasy games. So it appears in Final Fantasy VI. Bismarck is an Esper and takes Leviathan's place as the main water elemental summon. Okay, so it's a summon. Final Fantasy IX. Oh, it's in Final Fantasy XI, Bismarck. And it's a notorious monster in 11. Final Fantasy XIII Bismarck is a thing. Protects the waters. Final Fantasy XV. Bismarck is a whale in the Windows and the Royal editions. The party can encounter it when sailing on the royal vessel. Oh, sorry, I'm looking here. So yeah, you can see all the Bismarck references here. Oh, time for another window. Is it another leap of faith? Probably be a little shooty one, right? They're just always hugging. Oh, okay, Air Force One. Or Air Force One. Air Force One is a roller coaster. I like never get anything less than the perfect score on this. Did they update this? It looks different. This made me think of Bowser. Like every time I see this, I think of Bowser. Let's go. Yay, 5,000.
We did it.
Gasp. Welcome, Berry Space on Twitch. Yeah, I don't know what else to even talk about with these. Do y'all have any thoughts on the new classes? Anything you thinking about switching to any of the classes that you've seen just based on the new actions that have happened or that have been shown? I'm excited to play Astro more. I really want to really pick up Astro a bit more. I mean, I still play Astro frequently, but kind of I'm excited to pick it up more with the changes shown. Where even is it? Here. I like what they're doing with it. Berry Space on Twitch says, hi Chili, always loving the comfy vibes and streams as always. Hello, hello, welcome in. Hello, hello. Picto looks amazing, but I'm not fond of the gear design. Oh, like the main gear? I guess we've only seen one of them. I'm curious to see what some more of their other gear looks like. And how it dies. Cause yeah, I like pieces of it, but I would pick another color. I want something a little brighter. Viper does look good, yeah. It does look good, but yeah, I'm curious to see more Picto gear. Berry Space says the brush wasn't gear. Wait, the brush wasn't gear? What do you mean by that? Zayla says those wings. Zayla on YouTube says those wings scholar has now make me want to unlock the job now. I love wings. Yeah, the wings increase your heal potency. That's what they said. So it'll be like, what is it called? Gosh, y'all, I haven't been playing it. Temperance, yeah, be like your temperance on White Mage. So I don't know if it's, I don't know how it's used. I don't know if it's something where you have to click it, because the scholar you always have to like click an ability to unlock a certain level, certain amount of skills. So I don't know if it's gonna be like that where something has to be active for to be able to use wings. Like your Seraph. I don't know if you have to summon Seraph to use the wings. I doubt that. But maybe you do, I don't know. Berry Space says I meant great. The brush design wasn't great. You know, I'm sure we'll have better brush designs. But yeah, I agree. I've seen other ones that look better. Like the Chocobo one that you get looks really cute. But yeah, just as a base one, I'm sure there'll be ones that are much better. But I mean, I almost never use the artifact gear. Like I don't think I have used artifact gear on really any of my jobs unless I'm, you know, I'm picking it up just to do the final quest. Look at the mountains though. Like look at just how those look. Those are amazing. That's what people were talking about, I think. It's just amazing. They look nicely toned and everything. They don't look like, and they look like they're out in the distance. It doesn't look bad. I mean, I never complained about it before, but just seeing this is just incredible. Look how incredible those look. Esther on Twitch says, I hope we can get just die the 100 job gear without having to complete the role quests. That kind of annoyed me in Inwalker. Oh yeah. I feel like they're still going to do that. Gunbreaker will have a little more straightforward rotations. Oh, really? I didn't pay a lot of attention to Gunbreaker's changes. Besides, I know that they gave you an extra combo, or they added another combo. But that's good because I have seen the Gunbreaker rotation for like if you're doing a higher end raid, and it's really complicated. It's wild. It's very long. It makes me never want to play that beyond. I'm like, I'll stick with my healers because I just have to pew pew for the most part. And that ability's cool. This here, I'm curious what that does. They said something. Oh, maybe this is the Cardia, the raid wide Cardia. I think that's what that is. Because you're getting a Cardia raid wide that's temporary, so that's probably what that is. Hi Link Rain, that's probably the AoE Cardia. You read my mind. You read my mind. Yeah, I think that's what that is. I don't know if there's, and then we saw the AoE dot as well, which is the Eucrasian version of the AoE. I'm guessing it's the Eucrasian version, but I don't know if it's the Eucrasian version of Phlegma or that, or the, God, I don't play enough anymore, of Toxicon. They just said of the AoE. But that looks like Toxicon. Like that, yeah, that looks like a Toxicon ability, so I believe it would be the Eucrasian version of Toxicon. Which will be nice. I mean, I don't mind that. I get to do more damage to enemies in dungeons. Or it could be Phlegma, I don't know. But I think it's the Eucrasian version. Wait, did they Eucrasia? Or did they do that before? Oh, they did there. Okay. So they Eucrasia'd here, went in, Phlegma'd, use Eucrasia Toxicon. There. Any Black Mage players? I just got a bunch of big explosives. Oh, well, also, no. Y'all got that was one thing that people talked about, was the ley lines. That was huge. Everyone on Twitter was just talking about that. That was the big topic. It was that, and then the Mountain Dew, the Mountain Dew campaign. If you didn't know, if you missed the live letter, they're doing a campaign with Mountain Dew now, so you can buy special type Mountain Dew, they have to have like a special code on them. It's only in the US, so I'm sorry for anyone outside of the US. I know we have a lot of people that watch here from EU. But you can buy it, and you can get a code on the cap, and then you could go on a website, and then you gain points for that you can redeem for items. I think that's how it works from all the stuff that I've seen. And you can get a Mountain Zoom out, and I really want that, so I gotta buy me some Mountain Dew. Luckily, I do drink it sometimes. I try not to drink it a lot because it's just not great. I mean, it's good. I like Mountain Dew, but like after a while, it's a lot. It's a lot of sugar. Zayla on YouTube says the mountain gives me Final Fantasy XVI Mother Crystal vibes. Yeah. Gives me very like the northern area vibe. Or oh, I see what you're saying. The big pulse, the one that go. Yeah, I see that definitely. I was thinking of like yeah, the one in the very background. It does give those vibes, doesn't it? Look at this place. This is beautiful. And they showed us exploring this area, but I didn't know it was like a whole area. It's like it's like iridescent shiny forest. They're doing a lot more Seraph stuff, it seems. Where's the wings? There they are. Oh, wait. Oh, they changed their entire, like, how they looked entirely. What? It changes how you look entirely? It glams you? Wait. Holy crap. I didn't notice that. I was why did I not notice that? I think, oh, I was talking about this. I was like, what is that? And wouldn't stop talking about it. I didn't notice that it completely glammed them. Hello? I just was imagining wings, not like an entire new look. So it looks like it doesn't just up the potency, it like changes the heals entirely almost. Like all these things are more powerful now. Yeah, I don't think I would wear this Pictomancer garb. Like there's gonna be, to be like an artist, there's gonna be a better glam to use. Zar, welcome in, it's good to see you on YouTube. Zar says, I don't know how I feel about the changing look. I don't play Scholar anyways. Yeah, I just didn't know that it was, I just imagined wings. Like, ooh, I'm gonna get completely glammed. That's kind of cool though that they went all out like that. Like you've been possessed completely. They summoned you instead. Okay, our gate is about to open in about 3 minutes. How much MGP have I gotten from all of this? I wonder how many. I already have 19 Moogle Tomes from just doing this. Wow, that's pretty nice. At least I feel like that's pretty nice. I just can't stop looking at this. Ninja, there's something, I don't play Ninja. There's something, the Hudra, something was changed there that people were happy about. If anyone wants to explain, feel free to. But that's good. I remember hearing people say that just weren't playing Ninja because it just didn't feel right. Then we have Warrior and Paladin. I want to level those. Perhaps after I'm done with my Black Mage and Bard leveling, I'll go to these next. And I'll probably level Ninja and Monk last. Just because I feel like that would be a... That seems about right for me. It'll be easier to level the tanks anyways, because I can get all of the... You know, the adventure and need stuff. Just trying to see stuff I haven't touched. Oh, maybe Red Mage. Oh, Red Mage is pretty big too. There's some huge changes. I forgot exactly. I'd have to look at Red Mage. I forgot exactly what they said. They're doing a huge manification change where it just immediately, I believe, unlocks the combination for you. I don't remember exactly how it worked. But it was a huge, huge, huge change for Red Mage. That's very cool. All right, we got gate opening. No, not this one. Esther on Twitch says, I'm so happy for Scholar players. I always felt Scholar was a good job. All I needed was the visual upgrade. Yeah, like, I agree. Having more cool things to look at. And things to kind of make it feel very, have its own identity. Because I do feel like Scholar gets lost in the Summoner identity sometimes. I do like the effects that it's getting with the pretty... So many people, you can't see. This is part of the challenge. Oh my word. So many people. I believe they should split this instance up a little bit. Like make it 3 instances or something. They probably do, and there's just that many people. Also make it rain event, so. Oh, whoops. Oh! But I mean, I think the great thing is that I don't hear anybody saying, "Ooh, I don't like these changes." That's a good sign. I haven't. Well, there probably is, but I haven't heard like an outcry. You know what I mean? Of ooh, you know, collectively, a lot of people don't like something. So I think that's probably one of the greatest takeaways from the live letter is that it is well received. It seems like. Big gold ones up there. I haven't gotten one silver. Where are the silver at? Oh, there's several right there. What in the world? Why are they all in the same spot? Oh, they're all in the same spot. What the world? See if I can make. Ooh. Oh my god, I did it. Yes! Yes! I love that you can get Moogle Tomes from doing this. So great. Oh my word. So happy about it. Even buy. So I forget what you can buy with Moogle Tomes. I already have a lot of the stuff that you can get. I'm getting to that point where Moogle Tomes events are giving me stuff that I don't need at all. But I'm starting to relate with the people. There's a lot of people that say that they don't really care for the Moogle Tome event because it's all stuff that they already have. So there's no reason for them to do it. So I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like, oh, I've done all this. Oh, I should sell this map. Toy cooking set. Where did I get that from? Bum, 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 bum. Oh. All right, finish that up. Do 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 do. But I mean, I think that that's a good conclusion, is that people really like these changes for the most part, and like what's to come, for the most part. I mean, I'm so excited about Pictomancer and the pictures and the variety of abilities that you have. There's so many attacks and abilities that you can use. It's very, 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 very exciting. Extremely exciting. That is so cool. That's gonna look so cool when it comes out. Looks very like crystally whenever it hits too. But yeah, super cool. Oh. Super, super cool. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what I'm gonna wrap it up there. I don't have much else to cover with this. And maybe I'll do some more Golden Saucer later on. But I got a decent amount of Moogle Tomes just from doing this. Just from doing a few for like an hour and a half. I got 23 Moogle Tomes, so that's really great. So Make It Rain event is happening right now in Final Fantasy XIV. as well as the Moogle Tome event. You can get lots of prizes. There's some glam and stuff that I need to pick up for the Make It Rain event, as well as there's some furniture items, so definitely go pick those up. That ends, I don't remember when it ends. It ends soon, so be sure to do the Make It Rain event. It doesn't last super long. I think it's like a couple weeks. Moogle Tome event lasts pretty long, so you have a lot of time. It's actually up until the release, up until like 3 days before the release of Dawntrail, but remember the patch for that. You know, the game will be down for like 2 days leading up into Dawntrail, because if you haven't done a new expansion before, the patch period is like 2 days. It takes a long time because it's such a huge patch. They're patching in a whole expansion, so be prepared for that come June, but that's a long ways away, so most folks know that. But if you're new, be prepared for that. But yeah, I'm gonna end there. Thank y'all so much for this stream. This was fun to just kind of reflect. I didn't really get to go back over the that trailer, so thanks for walking back through it with me. Pretty short stream today. I'll be back again definitely next week. So I haven't set up the schedule for the rest of the month, but next week we're gonna go view a live theatrical show in Final Fantasy XIV. There is a Firebird Theater Company is putting on Sherlock Holmes play, so we'll go and watch it in game at their theater in game. So we'll go see that, and they put on very high quality, very top-notch theater productions. They're very, very good. So we'll go watch them. I watched Christmas Carol that they did, and you can scroll down to my live streams and find that. It was really, really good. So if you like that, then I'm sure you'll like this, and they're probably doing bigger and better things now. So I'm very excited about that. I'm going to go view that next week or next weekend. And I might do some other stuff, just kind of fun stuff in game sometime next week, and just do a pop-up stream, but I don't know my schedule right now, or I don't know what days I'm going to be able to do that. So definitely join the Discord. Consider joining my Discord to see what my schedule looks like for live streams. That's the best place to figure out where things are, when things are happening as early as possible, because I did post about this stream like at the beginning of the week. I just never put up the YouTube schedule for it until last night. So Discord is the best place to find out when I'm live streaming if you're enjoying the live streams. Also, what else? Be sure to follow and all the things, and also consider Patreon. Thank you again to my Patreon subscribers, especially Kinara. A special shout out to Kinara and Waning Zane. Thank y'all so much for your support. And thank you again just to all my Patreon subscribers. I really appreciate y'all so much. Yeah, that's it. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all later. Have a great rest of the rest of your evening. Yeah, bye y'all. See you later. Bye.